Hello everyone, hello and welcome to this special episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII. I am the Black Shadow, and it is time to take on another side quest, folks. This one in particular being the Chocobo Forests. For those of you sort of keeping up to date with the LP, this isn't actually my first attempt at actually recording this video. Tried yesterday, but it overran so bloody much because I got caught up in doing other bits and pieces that it all went to pot, but never mind. Just so you know, for the purposes of this video, because I don't want to get into anything else that and delay this any longer than it needs to be. It won't be a particularly short video, I don't expect. I have got Irvine here with the Encounter None ability, just so we don't have to worry about any random encounters for when we do need to run around on the world map. We can't get to everywhere we want to with the garden. Now, basically, folks, there are 6 Chocobo Forests dotted around the world map, and to complete this side quest we need to visit all 6 of them and do everything that we need to do in them, which will then give us full access to the 7th sort of hidden forest that we need to get to, which I'll talk about when we get there, folks. Now, you don't get a huge amount of stuff for this side quest, it must be said. You get a few stones, a few bits and pieces. But if you do want to complete the Queen of Cards side quest, you must do this, because one of the cards you need for the Queen of Cards side quest, the Chocobo card, you can only get by completing this quest, so bear that one in mind. So, if we head on with Nida here, and we've already got our party set up, doesn't really matter what our party is, as long as someone's got Encounter None. So we got our 6 forests here dotted around the map, and this is the first one we're going to start here, right next to the Shumi village, which is, if I turn the camera around, right there, folks. It's right next to the Shumi village, folks. We have gone past a few of these, and I have ignored them. Like there's the one here. There's one down by Trevia Garden. There's one down near the orphanage. Deer's house, whichever one you want to call it. You know, there's a few dotted around here and there. I have deliberately ignored them because they weren't really necessary. So yeah, let's get cracking, folks. The actual side quest itself isn't that complicated. Well, here we are inside then, folks. Choco Boy. Now, I must quickly say something here, folks, that this is the Black Shadow from the future. And there has been a couple of fun instances trying to get this to work. Although I got this all recorded yesterday, we actually lost video footage for here in this forest. I don't know why, but we did anyway, so it's Black Shadow from the future. Taking you through this first forest. And apparently it'll scare away all the Chocobo if you all come in. So, gotta get out of here. Oh, it's alright for him to be there, though. Well, that's the general idea. Oh, how much is this gonna cost? Oh! That's nice, he's giving it for free. Oh, you sly son of a... Yeah, you do have to pay some money for his lecture, which we do need to pay. Right. Now, as I have said when I first played this, I didn't quite get it. I know what I'm doing now, though. There are 2 whistles. You have the Choco Sonar, which is used for location, and the Choco Zinner, or Zyner, whichever one, for action. If you sound the Zinner somewhere in this forest, Chocobos will fall from out of nowhere. You can tell where the Choco Sonars sound, or buy it, with the square and triangle buttons. Yeah, but the small ones, you know, little baby Chocobos, we want one to ride out of here, folks. When there's only one Chocobo left, the mother Chocobo gets worried and starts looking for it. And that's when we catch it. Yeah, we're catching on pretty well here. Press square to select the sonar, triangle to sound it. Different sound tells you where the Chocobos are. then square for the designer, and triangle for them to fall. Talk to the lone Chocobo, the mother appears. Lovely. Now there's a little meter that's appeared there down the bottom right. There is actually different sounds for all these things, but there's also a meter for your notification. Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to hear this very well or not, folks. I really don't know. But this is the sound the sonar make when there's nothing around. And when there is something around... Don't know if you heard the difference there, folks, but you would have seen the bar at the bottom right also change, so bear that in mind. And if we can't actually catch Chocobo, we can get the Chocoboy here to catch on for us for a few hundred gil or so. Usually about 1,000 and such. But that's no good, folks, for what we're about to do. If you sound the Zinner when there are no Chocobos around, your whistle will be stolen. After that, you have to pay for it, so it costs you 700 gil as well. Oh, cheers. Alrighty, so... yeah, alright. Before we quickly start as well, one thing I'm going to mention, I actually forgot to mention it in the actual original video, folks, especially for those who follow the LP, is you might have noticed, and I really don't know if it's going to come through, you may have noticed things looking a little bit differently than they did in the last video, folks. The reason for that is that I'm actually not recording this on the PS2 I had, and you might be wondering, well, Chad, you're having all these problems, how on earth are you able to record this video? And the answer is I've had to borrow King Striker's PS2 to try and get it to work, and it's working a lot better, although it's still a bit fiddly at times. It's not 100%, mind you, but it's certainly workable. But yeah, so if it looks a bit different, that's why, because he's got a slim PS2, I had the chunky one. And it does give different graphics out, and actually I think the graphics for this look better. I don't know if it's going to come out on YouTube though, but I can certainly tell from looking. If it does look different and if it looks better, please let me know. I would like to know that actually, because if I have to get a replacement PS2, I know which one to get. Right, anyway, so back to the Chocobo Forest. Yes, so we've got two types. We've got the sonar, we've got the Zinner, and what you can also do, folks, if you have a chat with the Chocoboy, you can get a few things from him. You can ask him a question, which is kind of pointless. You can get some Gasal greens from him, which we could do, but I'll go get some later when they sell them in bulk. And you can also buy a hint from him. And this is the beginner's forest. Try to find a spot where only one falls down. The hints usually they are related, but they're a bit more vague sometimes than others. So we've got our sonar now. If we hold down the triangle button, you can hear it little beeping along. Now, if that we walk to the right here, for example, you'll see here suddenly it starts clicking off, and we could use the Zinner to call the Chocobo down. The problem is that in this forest there is a spot where only one will fall down straight away, nice and easy, and that's not here. That spot is up here-ish. I believe, yep, that's it. You see how it's the sonar's going off there? So if we use our Zinner and ring it, our Chocobo will fall down. Really nice. And if we have a chat with it, it'll give a little funky dance, and the mother Choco will appear down here, which is really nice. And we could now have a chat with it, and we could ride the Chocobo out of here. But there's more to this side quest than meets the eyes, folks. There are 6 forests, and we need to do the same thing for all 6 of them. But catching the Chocobo is actually only half the side quest. There is a hidden part to all of this, folks. And what you need to do is, once you've caught a Chocobo, there is actually a hidden treasure in each of the forests, which we also need to find, and we need to find it to complete the side quest in all 6 forests. You can ride the Chocobo out here if you want, but there's still more to do. And you can also tell, like I've got the sonar going on now. Don't know if you can hear it, folks, but the sound is a little different. It's like a bit more rapid, meaning we're on the sort of second half of this quest. And what we're going to do is find this hidden treasure. Now, the one for this forest is down the right here, I believe. Money! There it is, right there. And what we do now, if we get the Zinner and ring it, then the Chocobo will have a ring. Oh, please! Why are you sticking your back end into Squirrel's face like that? This is a PG show. That is unnecessary. But it did get us an Aura Stone, which isn't so bad. That's pretty nice. Lovely. And yeah, I was about to say, you can't actually select anything from here, can you? Whee! Look at, I can make Squirrel walk funny. Sorry. So yeah, folks. So that's that is the basics of Chocobo Forest Side Quest, folks. Now we could ride the Chocobo out of here, but there's not a lot of point. We could also have a chat with the Choco Boy, and he will actually end up leading us on to a sort of a mini game, which we can't actually do. I'm not going to do that now because I get drafted into hearing that later on in this video, anyways. So we just want to walk out of here. Quest is done. Lovely. And so, and that's it. That forest is complete, folks. I know it seems a bit quick and short, but you know, never mind. So what we want to do now is we now want to head off to the second forest, which is where I magically regained my video footage. I still don't know what made it cut out like that. I really don't know. I think I must have knocked the recording device somehow and just not realised it. And when I went to move for the second forest, I must have hit it and hit it back in. I really don't know. But the second forest that we're going to go to is right here, just south of where we were, folks. We've got a little beach just to the south of us, and here is your forest. Again, the second one hiding on the Treeview continent. Sadly, none of these actually appear on the world map, so I'll be showing you this world map just to highlight where these locations. Oh, well, I get hiccups. And of course, future Black Shadow forgot to equip Encounter None on again, which past Shadow did do. Whoops, but never mind. So this is where I regain my footage as we go into the second forest, folks. So I shall place you back into the safe and capable hands of past Black Shadow, folks. So enjoy the rest of the video. Yeah, we're back for more. Yeah, you better believe it. Again, this is not. No, the first few of these forests are actually pretty easy, just so you know. So they got to get out of here. No, I don't need to explain anything. I know what I'm doing. No, I am doing this for the masses. Idiot. Yeah, I think it has the sonar on immediately, anyways. Hint. Yeah, we'll get a hint. Say the basics forest. You have to blow the whistle twice, so at least we know that we actually do need to do it twice, so there we go. Now for this one, I've got exactly, there's a few spots here that we need to use. There's one here, there's like one a bit more leftish, and there's one up here as well. There's a few spots in this one. Now what we first need to do, I believe it's this one here. It's very easy to get the wrong spot here because they're all really close together. Yeah, that's what we wanted. You see, that will bring 3 Chocobos down here. There's another spot up here which will bring 2 more up here. That's no good, folks. And then what we want to do is then we got get out of the way. We got this spot here, right where this one's standing. If we use our Zinner or Zinner, whichever one. That'll take those 2 away, which will leave us our 1 Chocobo we need. Or Chocobo, I should say. Like I said, folks, it's very rarely is it a case where there's a spot where one comes down. Usually you've got to you've got to end up with one, so you've got to bring more than one down and then get them all back up, basically. Which is pretty cool. Well, I say it's pretty cool. It's kind of annoying, but oh well. And then for our treasure, I believe it's like here-ish somewhere. Somewhere. There we go, there it is, hiding behind the little twigs there. Well, at least that's a bit more appropriate. Another little fancy dance of sorts. We get ourselves a flare stone, pretty cool. Go away. I'm not a fan of the Chocobo, folks. I don't know why. It's something about him I just don't like. Never quite put my my finger on it, really. Right, so second one done. There's one more here on the Trebia continent before we need to actually go on a bit of a journey almost. And actually, this forest we're coming to is probably one of the most important ones of them all, because we do actually need this forest a little bit later. Now, this forest is actually pretty close to Trebia Garden, or at least what's left of it, folks. It's a little bit sort of northeast-ish of where Trebia Garden is. Because I believe Trebia Garden... Yeah, there's Trebia Garden, folks. Now, if you go to the right of it, there's the forest there, hiding quite well camouflaged, actually, with all the rest of the forest, for that matter. Pretty well camouflaged. But this is the last one in the Trebia continent, folks. And I'm trying to go through these pretty quickly, because like I say, this is not going to be a particularly quick video, because there's a lot to go through. No, go away. No, stop telling me to explain to me, I don't care. Now you see, this one already starts with 2 Chocobos already down on the ground, folks, which is, you know, again, you know, just a different kind of challenge. See, here he'll sell us 5 Casal Greens, which I could get, but I'm not going to just yet. There's one later on we can get 10 at a time, and I'll grab a couple of them. The roaming forest. Be careful where the sonar reacts. Doesn't really help so much, actually, that hint, to be quite honest. But it's not too hard. Whatchamacallit? A forest, anyways. Now, the first thing we need to do is right where the Chocobo is standing. If I ever press the right button, forget it. Right where he's standing, there is a spot immediately. So if we use that, that will send those 2 up. And you see, we've now got nothing. Now, the next thing we now need to do is that we need to find the next point that we need. And it's actually not in this entire sort of area around here, folks. It's actually craftily hidden near towards the entrance again. Right there, folks. Hidden right down back, which is kind of sneaky, really. We use our Zinner. And you'll see that, yep, just the one Chocobo comes down. So if we use that, you can hear the mother, which is all the way back in the main area, folks. Yeah, pretty cool. As for the treasure in here, I believe we need to head... Is it a little bit up here-ish? Oops, wrong button. No way, I'm not doing this. Yep, right there, folks. It does help the fact I did all of this yesterday, so I do remember what most of it is. It does help. And for this forest, we get a hold of a couple stones, I think. The Shell Stone and a Holy Stone. Pretty cool. But do remember this forest, folks, because we will be needing this forest later on in the game. Or at least later on in this video, we will be needing this forest. So just bear in mind where it is. No, right there. Right, so that's the 3 forests in the Trebia continent. Now, we need to head to the Central Continent next. Or, well, I assume this is all Central Continent, because this is all SR, I think, anyways. But we need to head to the Central Continent now. Now, obviously, there's the big, massive railway that goes across the centre of the map, so we've got to exploit the fact that this is a 3D world and actually go around. So we've just gone on a little merry journey. I don't know if I mentioned, folks, as well. These 6 forests, you can do these in whatever order you actually like, by the way. You don't have to do it in this particular order. You can do any 6 of them you want. It's just the last forest you have to do at the end. You can, in theory, go there earlier, but there's not really a lot of point. There's nothing there to do. But once you do all 6 of the other forests, then something happens there, basically, which allows us to complete the quest. So what we're going to do here is we're going to head off to Ania's actual house. Which is right there. There's the orphanage. Then from the orphanage, what we want to do is just follow the shoreline around. Because the next forest is right there, folks. And again, as I say, it's right next to the orphanage, right there. Another one. I deliberately ignored it because I wanted to do all this in one video. So if we set the back of the garden down, thank you, game, then we'll head inside. This is where some of these forests now start getting a bit tricky, it must be said. These are the ones down the central continent are a lot harder, but still not so bad. No, don't explain. Go away. No. Right. So let's see what kind of clue he has for us today. You don't have to use these hints, folks. I think I just show off, save you some money. And also, 10 Casal Greens. Gonna grab some of them. Because they do have a use, actually, for that matter. So I'm gonna grab some. That'll do. Forest of Fun. Choco Bowling. With 4 bottles and 1 ball. You heard that right, folks. It's bit of a strange one, to be quite honest. Right, so what we want to do now is, remember folks, 4 bottles and 1 ball. So, this is a habit of doing this, right, okay. So the first thing we need to do is we need to actually form our bottles, if you would like. And the first one we need to do is about there, I think it is. See, there's 1, 2, 3. Straight away, folks, which is pretty useful. Alright, so from there, we then need to go to a spot that's, I think it's a little past this Chocobo here. I think it's that one. We ring it there. And you notice there's a 4th one down now. You know, so we've got our 4 bottles. So what we need now is our ball. And the ball is actually hiding back where the Chocobo boy actually is. Right there, that'll do. And if we use our Zinner here, that summons that one down. And if we have a little chat with it, or, no, it's not having a chat, how do we activate this? I forget how we do this one now. It's the one more spot we need, yeah. It's about... Gotta figure out exactly where it is. Is it this? There's one more spot we need to activate, and I can't remember which one it is. It's not this one. No. That's no good. Let's bring those back down. I can't remember where the spot is. Oh. There we go, bring that down. That was really brave, that, to do that. Good lord. Where is the spot we need? I'm just trying to remember. Was it back on here? Is it back on this bit, folks? Might well be. There we go. And then... charge! And that will get rid of all 4 other Chocobos. That one's pretty proud of itself. And that will summon down the mother Chocobo. I knew it was somewhere, I just couldn't... just went a bit blank there. Apologies for that, folks. And then the treasure, I believe, is down here-ish. Yeah, right there. As I said, it helps that I've done all this yesterday, even if it doesn't always a help, but never mind. The Chocobo will currently bite Skull's feet. But I don't mind. It gives us a few stones. So we've got a Meteor, Flare, and an Ultima Stone. Really nice. Really nice. Right, so that's 4 forests done in not too bad time. We're going better time than I was yesterday, that's for sure. Now the 5th forest that we need is a little bit north of us. It's sort of like the other side of where the centre of ruins is that we were at the last video. Now, yes, so there's our centre of ruins here. So if we head north of us, and this one will involve a little bit of a walk, but never mind. And we need to head all the way up north. Now, is it going to let me get across, or am I going to have to try and cheat my way? Will it let me across? Yes! Cheat! Although there is a beach just down there, folks. But we need to get to this little peninsula sort of little bit here. Right at the very top edge of the central continent here. And what we need to actually do, we can't reach the forest with the garden. We need to run across this little outcrop here. We need to head all the way around. Which our forest is hiding in amongst here. I see. So a couple of these you've got to go on foot to for the last little bit. Ooh, it's nighttime. I think. Get out of here. No, don't want to explain. And what have you got for us today? The Forest of Solitude. Search carefully where the sonar reacts. Now that's actually reasonably useful because in this forest there is only one spot in the entire area where the Chocobo sonar will actually go off, which will release one Chocobo for you to complete the forest, basically. But the problem is finding it. It is extremely well hidden. And the sonar range, no, that it actually activates is really small, folks. It can be quite hard to find. Now, I know it's up in this little topish area here, but we need to search pretty thoroughly here. It's around here somewhere. Oh, is that it? Oh, apparently that's it. Like I say, move forward just a little bit. Sonar range is really small on that, folks. You've got to be really precise. Now release our one Chocobo. Pretty cool. Although, I believe, actually... isn't there... Oh, I thought there was a Chocobo that could come down, like, down here. Huh, never mind. So if we obviously have... Well, I don't mind either way. I'm not too concerned. We get the Chocobo down here. Hello! Oh, right! It's the Chocobo that runs down there for whatever reason that is. So now we need to actually go ahead and find the actual... whatchamacallit? The car... what? The stones. That's the one I'm looking for. We get there in the end. Now you'll notice as I'm running around here, I'm trying to press the square button, you notice the menu isn't actually coming up here. Because what you need to do to get... Oh, there we go, folks, it got there in the end. Now the problem is with this one here, is that you could be searching around a long time trying to find this treasure here, because it is quite craftily hidden. And the problem is, you actually need to do something else in order to get the treasure here, and it actually involves our Choco Boy. We have a little chat with him. Now we can challenge him to a game of cards, but we don't want to do that. We want to tell him to move. Yeah. No more. Scram! Little brat. And you will find that the treasure was hiding right where the Chocobo was standing. Although now I've got to get the menu to appear, and it doesn't like this place. It really doesn't. There we go, got the end. It's a fiddly one, that. It doesn't like working very well. Don't know why. But nonetheless, we got ourselves that Protect Stone and a Meteor Stone, which isn't so bad. So with 5 forests done, we've only got 1 left to do. And this one is a bit harder to find and a bit hard to actually get to for that matter, but this is where Encounter None is pretty useful. Now what we need to do is we need to get, well, it's actually a bit of a journey where our forest we need is actually down around this area. So what we're going to need to do is probably, it's not easy to get onto this part of the island. There's not many beaches or anything to get up on, really. That's all just cliff face there, really. So what we might have to do here, anyways, we just have to go around, sort of touching on the SR continent here, which you can note by the different coloured ground. Come along here, we've got like a desert here on the right side anyways. A desert sort of thing. Do that, so just spill some porridge. Although do note that island to the left there, we'll be there one day. And there's a little beach hiding by this this side right here. And what we need to do, we actually need to disembark pretty quickly, folks. Because there's a little gap in between the mountain ranges right here, folks, which we need to take a travel on. Because our last forest is actually hiding in amongst it pretty well, for that matter. And if we come all the way around here, you got a few forests here. There is the last forest. It is really well hidden, this one. I think it's probably one of the best hidden out of the lot. It's also probably one of the hardest of the lot. Although, still not particularly hard. No, I've done it 5 times already. You don't need you to tell me. Good lord. Oh, I do need to select the sonar. Well, there we go. Alrighty, folks, so this one is... it's the last forest that we need to actually complete as such. The enclosed forest. Collect on the outer side, then go in. There's a few Chocobos that we need to actually get down here, folks, and what we need to do is we need to start... it's not a very big area, what you can actually go around here, though. It's actually pretty small. Right, so, what we need to do is we need to use the Zinner here first. Now bring down a couple of Chocobos. So if we bring them the sonar, we need to head up. I think that'll probably do. That'll bring down that one as well. But then that one there will then go back up. So what we need to do then is we need to come back to where this one flew away from, bring him back down. We've got our 3 Chocobos here. Now, once you've got those 3 down there, there is another spot up here-ish. Somewhere. About there. Now, what this will do is that this will actually bring down another Chocobo, but if you've got all the 3 here already down, then it will actually stay there, whereas otherwise it will actually just fly away. It'll go straight back up. So you need those 3 down. Then that's all the ones on the outside. So then I mentioned about going in, and that's because right in the center there's a spot right in the center, which takes 3 of them away. leaving just our last one there, who obviously doesn't like being left alone. Really doesn't like being left alone. Hey, where are you going? Oh, okay. Never mind then. That will bring our big chocobo there. Lovely. And as for the treasure is hiding up the top right, which a lot of the forest is always in the top right, don't know why. There it is right there. And a bit more digging. And a bit more dancing. Reveal meteor stone. And a holy stone. And the ultimate stone. Yes, I don't mind getting all these stones, folks, because they can be used later on, folks. A guardian force we'll be getting hold of reasonably soon. Especially that we will be making some use of these stones, let me tell you. Oh, man. And so that is actually all 6 forests done now, which is pretty good. So now that we've completed the 6 forests, we now can get access to the 7th, well, full access to the 7th forest that we need to get to. The problem is with this forest is that you can't get it by any conventional means. The actual layout of the forest prevents like either the garden or like another mode of transport that we will be getting later on in the game, folks. It will not allow us to... Money! It will not allow us to actually land on that entire area, folks, because it's nothing but forests, and we can't land on forests, sadly. So, what the hell was that? Like I said, folks, we'll be coming back to that island soon enough. With those 6 forests done, we now need to actually, make our way to the 7th. And the way we need to travel is we need to head up back to the forest I mentioned earlier. Back at, up there by Trevian Garden. Is this money going to go away anytime soon? Yeah, I know I've been paid. You're going to go away. I think it's stuck, and I've just realised I can't go this way because of the railroad. Oh, I'll meet you back there off screen, folks. 1 second. Right, well, here we are back at the forest by Trevian Garden here. So, while my thing flickers ever so slightly, let us head back inside. And you see, now that we've actually got hold of all of the... we've actually done this forest, we can actually just take the Chocobo. And there's Choco Boy there, but again, don't really want to talk with him. And... oh, thanks, although this was my 3rd, but never mind. Oh, I see, we can't escape the lecture, my bad. Now, you know, I mentioned earlier about the pocket station. Yeah, I thought we could escape that. We cannot. Damn! So, your first catch, I want to give you a Chocobo as a present, folks. I'm not interested. And we do have the ability to actually name it, folks. There it is, Boko. It's kind of a cute picture, but even so. I want to fall in your money-grabbing ways. And this is the actual Chocobo theme song for Final Fantasy. I quite like it, actually. It's one of my preferred themes. I only don't hear it very often. And then he'll talk about the Chocobo world. I'm just going to skip through this. Yeah, Pocket Station, blah blah blah. Because, again, I never played it. I'm not an expert on it. Don't know it really at all well. It's not what we're here for, so... whatever. You know... whatever, I don't know it. If you want to look it up, because I don't know it at all. So, I'm not a specialist. But anyways, that done, we can now finally ride our Chocobo. And it works just the same as you know, walking around normally in the map. It's pretty speedy actually, for that matter. And you got little Boko there following around as well. You can even go into the forest and everything. Pretty cool. So it's such a shame actually as well, Chocobo, because I mean I do like them and I like the music, but the problem is they're not actually that useful in this game. It's the really sad part. I mean, everything that they do, you know, a car does just as well, really. You only really need a Chocobo for this one thing here. Because this one area we can we need to access, we can only access with an actual Chocobo. So what we need to do is we need to take a little ride. I'm just going to try and change the camera angle a little bit. It's not happening too much. Now, as we've been going around, folks, you will have probably noticed these little areas here that the water is sort of a bit bluer or light bluer. It's, you know, a bit shallower. And note I say the word shallow because if we actually walk onto the water, you'll see we can actually travel along it, folks. Now, this is very important, this, because it allows us to access this special area. Because you've got all this here. Like you see, this is fine. This water's fine as well. It's a bit deeper though, as you'll see. Here it's not so far down. But yeah, a bit further down, a bit deeper. So much of the water that we can't access. But all this little shallow area does actually reach all the way across, folks. We can run across the water to the special area, folks. And you see, it's nothing but forest everywhere, which means you can only get it really like this, folks. Now, this is the best camera angle I can really give you, folks. The forest we need is about there-ish. So what we need to do, we need to head left first through this forest. And yeah, you can get off if you want to. Oh, it's not left first? Oh, no, it's right then left, my bad. You head right first, then left into this big, massive open area, which we want to hit right, I believe. Is it right and then up? No, we've gone too far to the right. We need to head straight up, actually, not bad. And there's our forest right there. Very well hidden. Yeah. Let's head inside. Now you'll notice straight away, he doesn't tell everyone to suddenly, you know, leave the forest, folks. And there's a reason for this. If we have a little chat with him. Oh, lovely. I'm assuming this is that's pretty important. Oh no, hold on a sec. No, not another Laguna flashback. Come on now, this isn't the time. Oh, hello. Oh, what the? Game. Good lord. It's a Choco dance! What the hell? Yeah, you come here, you get grieved. A little dancer. Nice to hear this music though, folks. I haven't heard this since we been in delay, actually. Although saying that, we'll be in delay in the next video anyway, so I'm catching up on the Queen of Cards side quest. It's actually kind of funny as well, actually, because when I did this in the last time, the Chocobos weren't particularly synced at all, actually. The one in the back was completely out of sync. It was quite funny, actually. But with a little Choco dance out of the way, we can have a word with the little Chocobo here. And it wants to give us something. The Chocobo card, folks. Not Chocobo, that's a translation error. It is not Chocobo card. It is that one right there, folks, the Chocobo card. It's not the most useful of cards in the game, but we've not got it for using in card games itself, folks. I believe actually it does, if you've got the card mod, believe it mods into 100 Casal Greens, I think. Yeah, it does, I thought so. Now from here as well, you can keep talking with the Chocobo here as well. and it will begin to give you Casal Greens. Except that every time it will take 600 gil away from you folks, which isn't actually so bad in the respect that... No, that's what the Chocobo charges you, 600 gil for Casal Greens anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, folks, so that is that's the side quest complete. Although we've still got to get out of here, folks. Obviously, we don't have a Chocobo to ride out on, so we'll have a little chat with the Chocobo boy here. Yeah. Alright, then. Oh, let's bring the violins out. What the hell are you doing? What the hell? And yeah, it did work. You might be seeing the very top of the screen. In fact, you might not even see it. Ta-ra! Get out of my life. I hate you. And so, with that done, we can now get on our Chocobo and get the hell out of here. I don't even know if you can actually dismount in this forest and just walk around it and fight stuff. I don't actually know. I've never actually tried that, but I'm not going to start today because we need to still get out of here, which is still a bit of a maze. That's what we want. We take that outside, take that out, head back onto our water, get paid more money. Is this counter going to glitch as well? Probably will. Oh no, it won't. That's very nice of you. And make our way back to the Barren Garden, folks. And that's going to be the end of this video here. You know, the entire that is the entire Chocobo Forest Side Quest complete in a lot faster time than I managed in the last video. The last video went nearly an hour. I know this isn't that much better, but hey, it's an improvement nonetheless. And I wanted to get this all in one video anyways. After that was pretty cool to do. So that is going to be all for this video. Next time on Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII, we're going to be carrying on with the Card side quest and sort of updating with that because we've only done 1 or 2 bits and pieces for that. And now that we've got hold of the Chocobo card as well, we can now begin that. Although I have to remember where she is. Or the Queen of Cards is. I don't really remember. I think she's in Balam Town at the moment. I think. So we'll have to go back there. And I've also learned a little bit more actually about the Queen of Cards and the mechanics of her moving around places, apparently, which I didn't know actually. So that will help us out a bit. But that's going to be all for this episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII. And hopefully that'll be more or less the end of the side quest. We've got the cards in the next video. We've got one more side quest after that, which shouldn't take too long to do. I'm hoping that should be only one video. And then we'll get back on with the actual story of the game for now, is the general idea. No, we've still got a little Boko chasing us around. Whee! Sorry. Sorry, that was really random. Thank you all very, very much for watching. And I shall see you in the next video.